First and foremost, let me introduce myself. Before that, thank you for attending, and we are so excited. Hello, Can. First and foremost, let me introduce myself. I am Gizem, the social media manager here at BeforeSunset. And Elif, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, thank you, Gizem. I'm Elif, the CEO and co-founder of BeforeSunset, and I'm really excited to meet with you in here.
Yeah, Nur, could you introduce yourself to us?
It's okay. I'm Nur, the growth and community manager of BeforeSunset, and I'm also so excited about this webinar. I hope it will be helpful for first-time launchers.
Yeah, I hope the same also. We've prepared some questions that we get a lot, frequently asked questions. Let's start with them. Then if you have any more questions, you can leave it on the chat and we will try to answer them along the way. First question we get asked a lot is, how did we decide on launching on Product Hunt? Why not any other platform? Elif, could you explain this, please?
Yeah, of course. We were searching platforms to launch to gain users and gain valuable feedback. And we made a list and we decided to give it a shot one by one. And Product Hunt was second, actually. The first one was Quora. We experienced this platform, but we didn't find very practical for us. We were asking questions, try to answer the questions, but their community was very large and big, and it was very big effort to answer questions. They were blog writers. So we changed Quora to Product Hunt. We just tried to see how is the community, and we found the community was ready to share their ideas, their opinions, and they are very active, actually, open to communicate in any platform, any other channel. So we tried in discussions part first, and we decided to give it a shot on Product Hunt platform. Yeah.
Do you have anything to add what Elif said?
I could answer the second part of this question, but why we chose Product Hunt, because Product Hunt did a great job at building community for startup enthusiasts and entrepreneurs. We benefited from this supportive community in the best way possible.
Yeah, every part of our team gets to ask a question, and every one of us received answers to our questions, and it was very sincere and helpful, I believe.
Yeah.
The second question we get asked about, what are the steps we did before the launch? This includes deciding on the hunter, the tagline and the description, and being active on the discussion part. Elif.
The first thing first, we read a lot of articles, and we made the makers of the Product Hunt, but we saw that you have to launch on the platform to understand very well, because you can read lots of articles, but you have to experience the platform by yourself. So we decided to launch on Product Hunt first with our ebook, and the preparation lasts just for 2 days. We just want to experience, to understand how is it working, what do we need to do. So we launched on a Wednesday, and it was a bad day for an ebook, and we will get there after the webinar. And we saw that it's a very good platform, but you have to engage with the community if you want to be successful, if you want to be top product of the day. So we experienced and we created the Hunter Kit for the ebook. And we saw a boost in our landing page, and we get leads from that ebook. It was a good experience for us. So my first advice is going to be launch a side project or an ebook or a practical product instead of your actual main product to understand the community, engage with the community. And our experience was with the productivity guide. And then we started to be active on the discussion part. First of all, we were there as our trio of team members, and we saw that the community was actually in there, not just on the product launches. We were just asking our daily work basis questions. For example, our product designer was asking, how is the landing page of ours and how is it yours? Let's share our feedbacks. Let's discuss about the best practices. Or Gizem was sharing social media strategies, discussions. It was a good place to ask and gain answers from lots of different perspectives. And we saw that everyone is ready to share their ideas. So it became our main strategy to share discussions once in a week or twice in a week. And I'm sure you all see one of my team members in the discussion, in the popular discussion part. And yeah, we were very active on the product hunt discussion parts. It was our main strategy. And then when we were designing our story page, we picked some photos and we decided to change the design of our profile pictures. We placed the BeforeSunset yellow as our avatar pictures. And some of the people recognize that all of the popular discussions belongs to the BeforeSunset team, and they tweeted about us. It was a good. We were getting many attention from that tweet too, also. And yeah, Gizem.
Yeah, that's true. Like we try to engage with the community in every way possible, because you cannot reach out to people on product hunt like directly, but you need to search their names or maybe follow the links that are on their profile. Like we stalk people and found them and engage with them there. But apart from that, the Twitter platform also has a kind of a weird connection with product hunt, because wielding public people also share their journey on Twitter, and there someone tweeted about the popular discussion part, and like if there were 10 people there, 9 of us was us, like the BeforeSunset team. We were like we did a great job at being active on the discussion part, and I believe that has a big part in our success.
Yeah,
Totally.
And one of our strategy was also checking our competitors' launches on product hunt, and we tried to reach out the people who commented to our competitors' launches, but soon we saw that they are not very active anymore. So we just gave away from that strategy. And as I mentioned before, we were very active on the discussion, and of course, it wasn't just the discussion parts. We are not just asking questions and leave it there. We were trying to engage with the people who commented us. We were connecting via LinkedIn and Twitter, and we were saying, I know you from product hunt discussion part. Thank you for answering my questions. And then we asked their support on our launch day, and I think it's a good warming, welcoming beginning to ask their support, because they were always saying that, yeah, I know you, I saw your team on the discussion part, you are very active, and we all were looking forward for your launch, and it was a good side effect to be active on the product hunt discussion part also. The final of the communication result was the list that I say. It was a list for that we created for our supporters. We just wrote every connection of ours to that list to understand how many connections we receive and how many people that accepted that they are going to check our product on the launch day. Approximately we outreached 800 people one by one, and 300 of them said that they are going to check before sunset. They are looking forward for it. And especially we did this, we don't feel we were working, we were trying to outreach people. It was a competition in our team, actually. And we rewarded the first and the second people who outreached who outreached the most connections. So it was a fun way to set a goal as a team and have a fun. I believe that maybe Nur want to, or Gizem want to add something.
Yeah, like it gets the team like ambitious, and because I came in second, like it doesn't feel like a working environment, but like a friendly and ambitious environment. Sorry for breaking in. Like Deniz asks, did you launch that ebook as a product, or is there a separate section for such side projects?
No, we just launched it as a product on the same section that we launch as the normal products. So there weren't any separate section.
Yeah, maybe you can mention that launching an ebook on a Wednesday is not a good idea.
Yeah. We expect later. If you are going to launch a side project or an ebook, a guide, I advise you not to launch on Wednesday or Thursdays, because they are very active and competitive days for the real products, and it's just an I advice from me and what I read before, and you can, if before you start to launch, you just need to set your goals first. If you just want the badge, you can launch on the weekends, Saturday or Sunday, because they are less competitive days, and I'm sure you can get the badge with just 100 upvotes or something like that. But if you want a traffic, or if you want a sign up, if you want new users, you have to launch on one of the competitive but the active days too. So it was the most active day is Thursdays. It's most competitive day also. That's why you have to prepare well before your launch, because if you launch, you cannot launch for 6 months, and you don't want to miss that chance on product hunt. So our main goal was gain valuable feedback, gain new users. So we picked the Wednesday as our day, and I believe we did a good job, but we were very I can say unfortunate, but our competitors was very big companies, and one of them was a veteran for the product hunt. It means he was there for a very long time, and he created the nomads list. So his community was very larger, and we were just trying to create a new community in there. So we were third of the product day, but for us, for BeforeSunset team, we were the first one.
Yeah, I totally agree with what you just said. Chitan, I believe I get your name right. If you could change one thing pre and post-launch, what will it be?
I can say one. I want to change one thing. Maybe we missed the date for the upcoming page. I'm going to mention just now. We paid for the upcoming page to. Okay, upcoming page you can create for free, but you just create and nobody sees it if you don't share the link. If you want to be visible on the upcoming products page, you have to pay. It's a paid feature in Ship. So we paid to be visible because we believe that if you have a catchy tagline and catchy logo, some people want to subscribe. So we paid, but we paid before our launches, just before a week ago. But we were paying for a month. Maybe we should have create our upcoming page and pay 1 month ago our product hunt launch. And there was a moment in our 24 hours marathon. We were all together for our lunch in our office, and we slept just for 1 hour, I think, and everybody were sleeping. We were third of the product when we went to sleep, and when I woke up, I saw we were the fourth grade. So, but there were nothing to do anymore. One of my teammates said, wake up all the team, open the lights, we have to do something, but we just did everything that we can do. Maybe you have to reach out lots of people and you have to engage with the community all the time if you want to launch on Product Hunt constantly, I can say that. Because 800 is not a very large number if you compare especially if you see the upvote numbers lately, they are crazy. I don't know how they are managing, but at the end of the day, we managed 932 as well, and we got the third product of the day badge too. And I'm going to mention what happened the fourth grade, third grade later.
Later. Coming soon. Kaya asks, did you offer special promo, discount codes, etc. to Product Hunt community?
We didn't do any discounts. It was free for Product Hunt community because we saw that the community was very open and they are ready to give feedback. So we didn't want to make paid or we didn't want to make any discount promo codes. Especially we try to make the feeling that we are intimate. I don't know if you read our story, but BeforeSunset story is based on the need for a healthy work environment. We are trying to create a healthy work environment for all, so you can balance your work and life. That's why we want to make sure that you feel the same way. We are intimate and we are here for you. We make this product for you and we want to improve with you. We want to give this message very clear. That's why we did 100% discount and free for the Product Hunt community. Yeah.
Yes, that's true. Chitan asks, what do you think about using a hunter and choosing a hunter, messaging them is a whole another story, and I believe Elif can explain it now.
Yeah, we also connect with all the makers, ask their opinion, and they were saying it doesn't matter actually. The important part, that's how you prepare, and I totally agree with them. But it was our first launch. If having an hunter will give us an advantage, we want to take this advantage. So we searched for the hunters, and Nur did a list for all the hunters, try to connect with them. I don't know if you know the hunter list URL. There are hundreds hunters on the list, and you can connect with them via LinkedIn. They are the names and they are the product hunt profile link. And if you don't have it, maybe afterwards Gizem can share our blog link, and I'm sure you can find in there. And we connect with them. Some of them said they are doing this as a paid activity, but we didn't want to pay for the launch. So we found a supportive hunter. What does this mean, supportive hunter? He was just going to launch for us. We created all the hunter kit, we created everything we need to launch, and he just scheduled and hunt for us. And their followers gained the notification that we launch. But it wasn't very effective as we thought. So the next launch of BeforeSunset, we are going to hunt ourselves.
Yeah, just to sum up the whole process of the before launch, we were very active on Product Hunt. We were very active on social media, like we let people know about our launch 1 month before, 1 week before, and on the launch day also. We created an upcoming page we talked about. We chose a hunter and prepared the hunter kit.
Hunter kit.
Yes.
Yeah. I have something to say about hunter kit. And we were trying to make a catch tagline for BeforeSunset because you all know not everyone looks and goes to your products in detailed way, but your logo, your name, and your tagline can be in there to. You have to be sure that it catches people's attention. It has to be catchy. So we were trying to come up with the tagline, and it's very great actually. One of our discussions when we mentioned BeforeSunset, finish your work before sunset, one of the commenters found our tagline and he said he wrote catch beautiful sights, and we loved it. All of the brainstorming that we did was gone, but we all loved it. So the discussion, as I mentioned before, the discussion part is very important to ask their opinion as well. One of our tagline is found by the commenters of our discussion. So you have to create a catchy tagline, name, and logo, I believe that. And making a video is also a sincere way to welcome the hunters, to say hello to hunters and explain your story, your idea, and why you are there for them. And yeah, the hunter kit.
Yes, of course. Like creating an email flow also was a big part of this success. Nur, can you explain that?
Yeah, I was responsible for mailing, and we created an email flow 1 month before the launch for BeforeSunset users to encourage them to create product hub account and support us during our launch process. We actually especially did this 1 month before the launch because an account opened on the launch day could actually do more harm than good because product hub algorithm catches this new account and it will harm your rank and your launch.
Yes, like we will get to that in a second.
Yeah.
Ayhan asks what percentage of the uploads came from people you didn't know before and were not on your connections list. Do you have any estimate on this?
I think I can say 90% of that, because we, as Nur mentioned before, our family, our friends and family didn't have any product hunt profiles, and if you are familiar with the product hunt, there are a rank policy, and nobody knows exactly. I don't know either too, but we are just guessing. So if you have higher points, and if you are more active on the community, we believe that your vote is much valuable than the new users. That's why we were trying to communicate with the lately active users. That's why we were trying to engage with the community in the discussion part. And as I mentioned before, on the list, the 800 people weren't them familiar ones that we know before.
Yes. Furkan asks, how much traffic did you gain and register paid subscriptions? If you didn't work that much, how would be the effect? Any guess?
Yeah, I can answer that from our blog, and it's open in front of me, and it's 1,300 website traffic between the first and second day of the launch, and it had a momentum because we got featured on the Product Hunt newsletter as well, because of the Elon Musk's Twitter work-life balance, and we just launched before the Twitter's policy, so we got featured. That's why we had still a boost from the Product Hunt, and 932 upvotes on that day. We closed, but I think we passed 1,000 1 week ago, so we are still counting, and 124 signups at that day. And if we didn't work that much, how would we affect? Actually, the previous launch of ours with ebook, it answers. We didn't gain lots of traffic that day. We didn't gain as much as new connections and traffics that day. So it is very important to be on the top 3 products on during launch, on the launch day, because they are always seeing the first 3 of them, and they need to scroll to see other products. It is my opinion. So you have to be in the top of 3 products to gain more traffic. You have to put all your efforts, and you have to reach out before your launch, because on that day you have nothing just to watch. And I remember we were all we were sitting on the one big table, and we opened the product war site, and we just watched our upvotes, and we just watched the competitors, and we outreached. Of course, we outreach. I will say later on, we outreach the people that we outreached before, because they were we cannot outreach new people on that day. So yes, it's we couldn't have this achievement if we didn't gave any efforts.
Yes. Chitan asks, what is an ideal number of followers? Like on Product Hunt, I believe.
What's an ideal number of followers for what? I can ask. I'm not
having followers on Product Hunt is important, because when you upload something or start a discussion or even launch a Product Hunt itself sends you a notification about that. So being active favored us in a way that we got to have many followers, all of us. So having followers is important, but I don't know about the number, I believe.
Yeah, if you have lots of followers, you can hunt yourself too as well.
Yes. Vishal asks, how important is the first hour, and how many upvotes do you get within the first hour?
I think we passed 100. Yeah, I remember
around
that.
around 150, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we were always clapping ourselves. So yeah, it's very important the first hour because it shows you how is it going to be, but who are your competitors and what is your actually the important one is it's not the upvotes but the upvote speed is important as well, so you have to protect that speed, I believe. So the first hour you have to be on top of 3, as I mentioned before. That's why it's important to make sure you have enough upvotes in the first hour.
Yeah, like I can also add that it's not about the first hour, but also the like we live in Turkey, and it was very important for us to be visible on Product Hunt before United States wake up. Can you also explain that, Elif?
Yeah, our strategy is based on actually, first of all, it was nights when we launched on United States, and it was 10 a.m. on Turkey. So we aim some countries, Turkey, Europe, and India, who wakes up on the hour. So we were trying to outreach the people that we outreached before, but belongs to the same time zone with us at first. Maybe it worked, maybe it didn't work, we don't know, but it affected our launch, of course.
Yes. Kaya asks, did you embed official Product Hunt badges on your website before and after the launch date? Did they work? Yes, we did. Elif?
Yeah, we did embed, but also we prepared another landing page for Product Hunt, and I can mention that right now. Because we, as I mentioned before, we want to be sincere, we want to make sure our message is clear, and we want to welcome the Product Hunt users as we want to make sure we are there for them. So we created a whole different landing page, and we put our video in there and embed the product that we were live on Product Hunt, and it was a sticky one. So if someone came on our landing page for a coincidence, he or she was seeing our badge, and then they can go to upvote for us. Yeah, we embed, and it is still in there. You can check our website and see the third product of the day badge.
Yes. Dennis asks, for how long were you active on Product Hunt before your launch day?
I think we started 1 month ago with 3 of our team members, and when the launch day is coming, we try to be active with all of the BeforeSunset team 1 week ago. I can say that, yeah.
Furkan asks, what's next? How will you promote your product in the future if it's not top secret?
We will try another platforms as well too, but we will be active on the Product Hunt community as well, and we are going to launch new products. We will try to be active with the community and try to engage with them until the next BeforeSunset launches. You will see us in Product Hunt too. And we are going to try some side projects. We will try launch a side project once in a month, and actually after maybe 2 or 3 launches, we will try to analyze the side project launches, and maybe afterwards we can create another webinar for them too.
Yeah. Kayak asks, do you intend to relaunch the product like before sunset after a major update?
Yeah, of course, because we love the product hunt community, and I believe they like us too. So I believe that we created a good community as Before Sunset followers. So we are definitely gonna launch on product hunt with the first or second version of Before Sunset with the major update. Yeah.
Yes, if there are no other questions, we can go along with our own questions, like we get asked a lot. What are the steps we followed during the launch, like the whole 24-hour process?
We ate a lot. It was kind of like a party for Before Sunset team. I can say we had fun. If you checked our blog, you see the photos with the pajamas, dancing, and etc. But the first thing first, before that, we created a Notion board, as I mentioned before. There were tasks for the before lunch, during lunch, and after lunch. Especially for during lunch, we created tasks for time intervals. For example, what we are going to do first hour of the lunch and second hour. We were trying to understand the speed of our upvotes and comments, and try to, if we need a momentum, we were trying to outreach new people from the list, and we saved our upvotes just to make sure understand what is going to be. We created an email flow that Nur mentioned before. There were subscribers for our upcoming page, and we sent them an email, announced our launch, and we just wait for I don't know, in a half hour, and then we try to outreach the people who is active right now, and we announced our launch is live on social media first of all. And I wrote first comment as well too, of course, the first thing first. Yeah, maybe you can mention update on social media, Gizem. We were very active.
Sorry, I was muted. I muted myself and I forgot. We like use social media in the best way possible, I believe. And on the launch day, we tried to update on social media. Like staying active was very important, because when we got to 100 upvotes, we announced it. When we got to 500 upvotes, we announced it on social media. And this could be a noteworthy to mention from a well-known person like Ryan Hoover himself, the product hunt founder, because he upvoted us, and we used this as a strategy to maybe mention him on Twitter, and he got back to us, and that also created a momentum for us for Before Sunset overall. Yeah, maybe Nur has something to say about mailing.
Yeah, like Elif said before, as of my part, I sent the last mail of our email flow to our users, pinging them to ask for their support during our launch process.
Yeah, like on the launch day, like everything was great, everything was going according to the plan, but we had a couple of misfortunate events, and that was one of them was spammers, I want to say, the cheaters. Edith, can you explain that process?
Yeah, everything was going very great actually, according to the plan. And as I mentioned before, we were watching our upvote speed. We opened the screen, and everyone doing their own job, outreaching and commenting, replying the comments on the product launch. So we saw a peak, a sudden peak, and one of the competitors of ours went just up from us, but it was so sudden, and we try to understand what is going on. We had suspects, so we opened their launch page and we observed the commenters and upvoters, and nearly all of them was a new account created by, I don't know, maybe both, maybe they were just opening them themselves. But you can understand who is the new user with the red balloon next to them. So we just we reported their launch, and I think an half hour later, product and support team spammed them, and we reported them. They spammed, and they have lots of upvotes, higher upvotes than us. Their place changed. They went under us. So and it happened twice, as I mentioned before. When we go to sleep, we were on the 3rd place, and when we woke up, we saw we were on the 4th place, and we finished that day as the 4th place. And then I came home, I slept, and when I woke up, I saw the 3rd badge was given to BeforeSunset, and their upvotes was deleted. But as I mentioned before, you can do your best to prepare the product hunt launch, but you cannot oversee who is going to be your competitor. But it's very important to take action when you see a suspicious move, because it can be it can affect very badly to your launch, and you should, as I mentioned, you should be the top of the 3 products when the United States wake up, we can say. So it was very different experience for us. Yeah.
Yeah, like sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do, because like we worked very hard for the whole month and even before that, and we just wanted to earn our words, like the BeforeSunset says. Yeah, Chitan asks which other platforms were you active on? What were your activities on each platform? I believe that question was directed to me. We were very active on Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram, but for mainly product hunt, we use Twitter because, as I've said, the building public share their adventure, their maybe mistakes, or like what they learn during the whole process. And if you wanna be successful on product hunt, you most definitely need to have a Twitter account and use it to the fullest, I can say. Yeah, LinkedIn also works great, but LinkedIn is more kind of a professional place. Like you cannot share everything on there, and Instagram is more kind of a visual place, and that's not something you do like for product hunt. I mostly use Twitter for the whole process. If there are no other questions, we can go along with our own questions. Maybe what are the steps we followed after the launch? Like what we do, or what are we going to do?
Yeah, I realized that I didn't mention the workload on during launch day. We separated our team to 3 parts, and one of them was answering the commenters, the feedbacks, and one of the group was watching the upvoters, because we want to communicate and connect with the upvoters as well, and product hunt doesn't give you the list of your supporters. So we were trying to add the upvoters to our list to communicate with them later and thank to them. And the last group was checking the launch situation, and if there is a need for a support, the last group was responsible with them. That's why at the end of the launch, we had lots of feedbacks, we had lots of signups, new users, but it was a whole new process. So we evaluated the feedbacks, we modified our roadmap with respect to answers, and we understood the most needed features, and it was very valuable for us because we needed and we were there to gain the feedbacks, understand the needs of the users. So we shaped our roadmap with respect to this launch. And we are still trying to engage with the community, ask their feedbacks about our questions. And we are trying to reach out the new users to understand, as I mentioned before, the needs, and to understand what can we do for them as BeforeSunset. Yeah, and we announced our our success, I can say, in any platform, and there were lots of questions about product hunt launch and our strategy. That's why we created this webinar. Thanks to Gizem, Gizem's moderators.
Yeah, actually, that's my pleasure. And I want to add something to what you just said. Like, asking for support is great, but like asking it in a bad way can actually harm you. Like, not ask for a feedback. Like, I'm sorry, not ask for an upvote or like a comment, but ask for a feedback, because like at the end of the day, we needed feedback. We needed to see what our users want from us to improve the product with them, and that all goes to building a community. Like, that was Noor's specialty. Noor, can you explain the whole process?
Thank you, Gizem. Actually, Elif mentioned all of them, but I can sum up the process. The first step for building a community was creating a Twitter account for Elif. Like was Gizem said before, Twitter is really an important part of product hunt community, and so our first goal was to create a product hunt audience from Twitter, and then by engaging with product hunters every day, we create our own community. Like, we were active in the discussion part. We engaged with the top products of the day and their commenters, upvoters. Then we created the list, and actually, like Gizem and Elif said, we are still feeding this list.
Yeah, like it was also important not to get followers, but supporters. Do you have something to add to that?
Yeah, of course. Our goal of launching wasn't to be just the winner of the day or to solely increase the number of sign-up. We really wanted to find people who would actually benefit from our product and get their valuable and honest feedback, because BeforeSunset continues to evolve with user feedback. So while reaching out to product hunters, we drew attention to this part, and we wanted their feedback, not just upvotes and comments.
Like, at the end of the day, we are first product of the day. Like, that comes down to the last question that we get asked a lot: are we satisfied with the results?
Yeah, I am proud of my team. I can say that I am very satisfied, and I am very proud of my team, because all of the people were asking, how did you do the outreach? Did you use any tools to make this automated? But no, you just need an enthusiastic team for this, and I believe I got one.
Maybe don't forget to start a competition, because some of the teammates don't participate if you didn't.
Yeah, and I can add one last thing. Make sure you had fun during the launch, because it's very stressful. I agree with you, but at the end of the day, you have to be proud what you did, and maybe you should be more prepared for the next launch. But don't make this boring. Open music, dance, eat, sleep, but less.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's the end. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So